See? Rejecting. Guys, your heart have strong when you actually. Your heart have strong because imagine you're up say $50 now and you see it drop down back to $30. You're gonna say, boy, look how me could have closed. I make $50, but now me there $30, me I lose $20 where you never did have it. Alright, well, go on, beautiful people. Welcome back, guys. Mucho yardi. You know what I mean? We here, man, show you a little chart breakdown in the morning. The pair we have on the screen is UJ, US dollar, Japanese yen. We're on the 1 hour time chart. This dotted line right here is an alert, which is like an alarm. So if one of the candles are the price, proper term is the price, which is here on the right. If the price should ever come to $148.33, oh, look at this push, and touches that line, it's gonna send a alarm to my phone. Right? So that's where I would want to enter for a sell, which is a short. So like this, I'll set it like that, bring it closer. So my stop loss would be above that candle. My take profit now would be at the moving average, because this need to come retest the moving average to continue back up, because it's above the moving average, so it's an uptrend. It's forming higher highs, higher lows. Let me see if I could draw the path. So this is the low, this is the high, this is the low, this is the high, for it to come create another low at the moving average to give us another high that's above this one. It can be right above it, it can be way above it. Then to give us another low, preferably at one of these points that are already marked up, to give us another high, to give us another low, which should be in line with this one, because right now that's a resistance, so it will form a support like that. Okay, and then as I said, you draw it like that. So on this side, it's a resistance. The price came up to it and rejected, so it resistance. When the price above it and it comes down and bounce back up, it's a support. So you normally look for your entries and exit at these support and resistance points, right? So the moving average also acts as a support and resistance as well. As you can see right here, it's like sitting right on the moving average right here. It bounced down from the moving average. This is more like consolidation. What's going on with my camera? I'm not sure. Okay, so as I said, the moving average also acts as support and resistance. So this is the 1 hour time frame right here, 4 hour time frame, and then you have the daily time frame. So this, as I said, is UJ the bias, and this one, you know what I mean, this been marked up already. So it was in an uptrend on the stronger time frame, which is the daily. It broke under, retested that trend line in order to push down. Now sometimes when it break out, it's only a fake out. So it break under this trend line to grab liquid, meaning persons will use this trend line as an area to set buys. So you see it come to the trend line right here, you take a buy, you go up, you get profit. Back to the trend line again, you take a buy, it go up, you get profit. So every time it touches this trend line, persons like even automatically set their buy order without even looking at the chart. They just set it. Once it come to the line, it automatic go off buy. They get a notification on their phone or the laptop, and they're in the trade. It's the market that no matter us, we trade what we see. That's why even though you have the buy right here, you wait for confirmation, because you can easily, let me see if I can zoom in right here. Alright. As we say, we wait for confirmation. So it comes down and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 candles before you get a solid engulfing candle. 15 candles. And I'm on the daily time frame, so that's 15 days. That's 2 weeks. 2 weeks before you can get a solid confirmation to take a position. 2 weeks. Now, the better you get at it, you can drop down to the 15 minutes. So you would mark off your area. You know, basics. Just use a square. Normally I use like a circle just to highlight the area where it is. And then, let me check the date, because this is from 2023. If I drop down to the 15 minute, now I'm back in 2025. That's the only thing with it. Because they have more candles on the charts. So to go to 2023, I'm in 2025, as you can see at the bottom of the screen. So to go to 2023 wouldn't be feasible. So on the 15 minute, you see how it play out. Right? I know the screen kind of look, but if you notice, let me take this out the way like that. If you notice, we're on the 15 minute and it push right down and rejected from the yellow line, which is a support and resistance line. Perfectly. Just a week. Remember what I was saying about liquidity grab? Just a week. Now we're on the 15 minute. So two things can happen right here. It goes back up. Well, let me change this to an arrow. Yeah, it goes back up to the moving average, then reject down, or it continues down. It forms a full candle that continues down. Normally, this could be like an evening star, so it would form a full candle up. But look at that, it's creating a red candle down at the moment. It can change because this candle have 9 minutes. If you look to the right, 9 minutes before it closes, because every 15 minutes. So it's what, 10:35 right now. So in 10 minutes it will be 10:45 when this candle closes and a new one form. I didn't take this trade, as you guys can see. I was on creating this video at the moment, but the reason why I didn't take this trade, even though I had my alarm set, was news. The unfortunately, maybe not, all these flags you see down here is news. So if you notice, like, this flag is lined up with that candle like perfectly. Now news happen throughout the day continuously, and you have three type of news. You have high risk, low risk, and medium. Let me see if I could pull that up, my FX, to show you guys. Right? Mm, 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 mm. Hold on. What is this? What is this? I don't want this. I don't want peace. What is this? Oh, continue to my FX book. Trying to just show you guys real quick. Sure. And let's see. Continue to my FX book. Okay, news. News, not the analysis. I'm trying to press release. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, nope, nope. I'm trying to sign in. Oh my god. Let's see. Should just be under the calendar, economic calendar. Let's see. Okay, this is basically something like, so you have high news, low news, medium news. High news, we don't trade high news anytime. Some people risk it because the market normally move volatile. You know what I mean? So, for example, a candle like this, you'll get this in a high news. So, from you see a candle of this size, you know, like news played out, because normally candle is just an average size. So, once you see a long candle like that, you know, high news. Medium news, not so bad, because the thing with news, everything set up perfectly. If you buy, you enter the buy, and when news it just dump, it sells off. You know what I mean? That's why you know trade news, because it's volatile. It can go either up or down, any direction. Like everything line up perfectly for the buy, and news and it just sell off. After the news finish, it continue back to the buy, but you already stopped out. So today is September 2nd. You see, you get the time of the news. Um, the time left until the news. So these news haven't hit as yet. I go in the right direction. This news have hit 7:10. So low news, 49 minutes. But the only thing with this now is I don't think it's on the same time as, because this says 8:30 and 8:30 is gonna come in 49 minutes. It's already, this is saying 7:40. That is wrong. I think it's like 10:35. Who was looking at it earlier? Yeah, 10:40. So for this to tell you, say it's 8:40 right now, or 8:40 when the news gonna hit, it's wrong. So you just have to bear that in mind. But because of the iNews, and this is the USA news have it as well. But this iNews is why I didn't take this trade. The previous was 48. The consensus 49 is actually 48.7, and it's red, so I guess that's bad. What all these mean, I'm not 100%, because again, hear me out, all this is fundamental trading. But that's the deepest we go in fundamental trading, just to know when is news so we can avoid it. That's all fundamental trading we do, to know when is news so we can avoid it. So that's why I didn't take this trade, but as you can see, it's playing out perfectly. Perfect. That word. That's all, folks. Yeah. So it's meeting a support point right now. So it can push up from that, but based on analysis, it's gonna come and projectedly meet the moving average, as I had this year before. Meet the moving average so it can continue back up. So now that's the news are finished. I can go ahead and log into my account and me get an entry right here. Another reason why I didn't take this trade, you know what I mean? This is a counter trend trade. The market is in an uptrend, meaning buys. Why would I take a sell? I'm going against the market. It's easier to go with the flow. easier to go with the flow, way easier than to go against the flow. So if the flow is going up, why would I enter a trade to go down? You know what I mean? And you get a bigger profit 9 out of 10 times going with the flow. You know what I mean? So that's why I didn't take this trade. This is just, you know, an example just to kind of enlighten you guys, teach you guys. I know some of you guys even DM me and said you're interested to learn. That's why I even make this specific video, because I only wanted to make videos while I'm live trading. But I noticed there's a need for this type of content. I understand. So let me see. We're on the 1 hour time frame and it's 10:30. We have 15 more minutes before this candle closes, which it's at a support point. So it might not close below the support point or even hit TP. But what I might do, I might stop this video, you know what I mean, tend to my chores and check back in 15 minutes when the new candle form, just so I could record it for you guys. Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on this trade and see if we hit TP. Candlestick trading Bibles for beginners, that's not it. The book literally have a Japanese warrior on the front. Literally have a Japanese warrior on the front. Oh my god. Candlestick Bible, I think the book name. Let me see. Candlestick Bible. Yep. See if I could open up Google for you guys and show you guys the book real quick. Candlestick Bible. Yeah, definitely read that book. The Candlestick Bible. Shout out Alex G for telling me about this book. This book my traded game. You watch next Friday when Mike Epps say him get the BMW and him game went up, he start get more girls.
They nice though.
Yeah, they cool.
Yeah, they tight. And then you know, since I had this, my
Went from here way up there. That's how my trading game step up once I read this book. Crazy book, bro. You notice them highlight the candles, like the candles have meaning. Once you learn those meanings, you know where I look at on the charts, right? And once you know when you look at it, it's become clearer, it's become easier. You get me? But yeah, the Candlestick Trading Bible with this Japanese warrior on the front, forgive me. I got it on Amazon and I got the solid book, maybe $15. I paid for it. This on Etsy. This is a used book, but yeah. So, okay, we're gonna close now, right? And then we're gonna check back in almost 11. Let's check back at like 12. Yeah, because then the second candle should form and be second candle forming at 11, closing at 12. So by then it's either gonna be at the moving average at your TP, or it's gonna be somewhere up here. Alright, so go and like, subscribe, stay tuned, watch what I go on. Guys, as promised, we came back at 12 o'clock and the time is actually 12:13. You can see right here. But look at the charts. So it bring this to the side a little bit. Alright. So it came down, right? And it rejected from the support line. From a bullish candle, a green candle, came up right back to where I have my alert set, and the alert is set basically at a support, because if you look right here, there is 1 wick, there's 2 wicks, so that's like a support. A green and a red candle forms support or resistance, right? So it came up right back, retested, and now it's kind of indecisive if you want to continue push down or it would continue going up. So yes guys, so that invisible resistance, support slash resistance, right? 1 hour. Let's check the 15-minute time frame. 15-minute time frame, it broke under the moving average and came up back to retest the moving average in order to push down. But guess what? The retest at this moment, it looked as if the retest failed, but we still have to get this a next hour to play out some. And this is the perfect example why we don't take counter trend trades, because this is the trade: entry, stop loss, profit, right? But it's on an uptrend because it's above the moving average and it's creating higher highs, higher lows, right? We established that. So this is the reason why you don't take a counter trend trade. If it's going up, you look for buys, and you look for buys at the lower points. Lower point, lower point, lower point, not the higher point, right? You look for sells. When it's going down, you look for sells at the higher point. So if it was going this way, that's the higher point, so you will sell come here. It comes back up, you will sell from here again, down. Comes back up, you sell from here again, down. Right. And as I said, you sell it down, blah blah blah. So now it's reversing, almost ready to stop us out if it was in the trade. Because look, if we had moved into break even, would almost be stopped out right now. 50% almost ready to be stopped out. Now some people will still take this counter trend trade, but and actively manage it. It's not recommended. And clear as day, you can see why it's not recommended, because now it's turning back for you to get stopped out and lose your money. But this still have the potential to just pull back a little bit before it continue drop. As we said earlier, we are waiting on it to be at this area to take a buy, right? So if it's not that area, we're not taking a buy. No, it might never come to this area, but with this markup of high and lows, if it continue and give us a higher high, it's gonna eventually form a lower low. Now this lower low might end up being right here. Wherever that lower low ends up, we can take a buy from there. So now we just have to let it play out. But that's the perfect example why you don't take a counter trend trade, right guys? So that's a good example, a good markup. Just replay the video and list the key points, you know what I mean? And just practice. Watch this video, open your chart. I'm on the trading view right now. Open your chart and just practice. Mark up your lines. Add, these are what we call, let me tell you what we call these, like indicators. So this moving average is an indicator. Most indicators are free. Some indicators require a one-time payment or subscription. This is a free indicator, and this is the EMA, the colored EMA plus 50 close. So that is the moving average right there. See, that is hiding the moving average, that's showing the moving average. So just look up indicators, and to add indicators, We don't want to put everything in one video, guys. I just wanted to show you guys. On this reach here, this should be up here. Indicators is right here. And you type in the indicator you're looking for, EMA, and you add it to favorites. So I got it saved. So all my indicators, moving average, exponential, so on and so forth, I have it saved under my favorites. So these are my favorite indicators, but as you can see at the moment, I only have one indicator on the chart, and that's the colored EMA. This is the person who created the indicator and also how many people are using it currently. 1.5k using the colored EMA. So nothing too technical, guys, you know what I mean? So yeah, that is it. Made it to the end of another video. Just a quick breakdown of the pair UJ, US dollar, Japanese yen, and why you are not to trade against the trend. Some people do it once you get good and confident. You can do it. It's called like a scalp, where you get in 15 minutes, you're out. You know what I mean? You're not in the trade for 2-3 hours, but this is just the dangers of doing it. You stand a greater chance to lose your money and lose the trade. So hope you guys have learned something from this video. If I miss anything or you don't understand anything, please feel free to drop it in the comment so I can make a specific video answering your question, right? So until next time, mucha yadi. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the post notification bell so you are aware when I drop a new video. But until next time, the Vybz Kartel would have said, I'm out. After 24 hours, guys, this is what the chart look like. It's basically the same setup. The price going for a sell from the same exact area. Sometimes not taking a trade is the best thing to do until you can take a trade.